Well, hello, folks, and welcome to another episode of the Nathan Markley Show. I'm Nathan Markley, and today is episode 40. Wow. Believe that? Episode 40. That's... anyways, hope you guys doing a wonderful time today. I hope you guys having a wonderful time today. As I promised you all a few weeks ago, I am going to do a segment on this radio show because it's the last radio show of the semester of the school year here at Roger Williams University, WQRI 88.3 FM. I'm going to talk about internet safety. Alright guys, so internet safety, it's a big concern nowadays because of how everything is connected and new devices is coming online every single day. What happened this past week is Google had a phishing scam attack. So you probably already know this, and the news did a report on it. But a hacker sent out an email to all Google users saying that someone in your contact list shared a Google Doc with you. Okay, that sounds legitimate. And when you go click on open the Google Docs shared document, it asks you to log in, and then it asks you to allow the Google Doc app access to your Gmail. Now, that's raised a flag to many people because, first thing, Google Docs, to my knowledge, is already allowed in your Google account. I don't think I had to allow the Google Doc app the first time I created my Google account or started using Google Drive or Google Docs. So that's sort of raised a red flag. So, wait a second, I have to re-allow Google Docs? And many people said, okay, yeah, fine, it's Google, I'll allow it. So that's one thing that people sort of thought about, and I'll get to back a little bit why they didn't do that. So, when you clicked allow, now the hacker had access to your Gmail, your email in Google, and the attacker allowed, since you gave access to it because the app was disguised as Google Docs, really wasn't Google Doc. It was a scam, a phishing email. We'll talk about phishing a little bit. The hacker went to your email and forwarded that email to everyone in your contacts list, pretty much. And then it just started to spread faster and faster. And we've seen it here at Roger Williams. A lot of people were getting it and opening it up. And then IT sent the email out saying, don't do that, it's a scam, it's spam, report it to Google. Google made a few hours after this happened, because it spread like wildfire. Google took the necessary steps to stop it, and they told everyone to report the spam to a page. They have a phishing scam, phishing email, spam email report page. They told them to report it, delete the message, don't click on the Google Doc email, and also if you don't know, pretty much they said if you don't know the email address, don't open it, or don't open any shared documents that you don't know who it is. And they also, on their Twitter, they said that if you think you were compromised, you can go to your My Account settings, they have a security check wizard that you can use and go through and check on the security and make sure your account is secure. And the security check allowed you to check your password on that. Make sure you know what computer device had access to your account and you can remove it. Also, any apps that you connected to your Google account, you can either accept it or remove access to it if you don't recognize the app. And they told everyone to remove the Google Doc app from your account because, again, it already has access to it. So if you've seen it in that security check, then it was this phishing scam. Now, what is a phishing email? What is a phishing scam? Well, a phishing scam it's a type of email threat that scammers use to disguise trustworthy sources like Google did, like Google Docs, to obtain private information, such as your passwords, your credit card information, your social security number, your dog's name, your mother's maiden name. They use it through like email, like we see with this Google Doc, or sometimes they'll fake Google, not Google, bank accounts and the fake websites. So phishing emails or phishing websites, they look like the actual website, like actual citizensbank.com or google.com or Facebook or whatever, but they're really not, because it's really easy to make a website. So what you do, what it is, you go on there, you enter your information, you're thinking it's the real thing, and next thing you know, the hacker has your information and they steal your identity, or they take money out of your bank account. And you start seeing your bank account decreasing because they tricked you into giving that information. There's other attacks too. They're also called maybe like internet scams. Sometimes, have you seen those emails that that prince from the other country, the other part of the world, or the king needs money, whatever to save, something like that, or maybe you've won money. They'll send you emails, and they try to get you to enter your bank account information or wire transfer. It's a scam. It's an instant scam. We see scams all the time happening in the real world, and now we see it on the internet. And there's also malware. It's another attack. Malware is it's spyware. That a hacker puts on your computer, and it looks like a legitimate software, so just like a phishing scam, but it's a program, and it captures your passwords. It can capture any private information, and it's like maybe it's a keylogger that any information typed in the computer has it, and they're often distributed through email. So maybe you will open up an email and it says click on this attachment, right, or download this program. You click on it, or you go on this website. So once you go on this website, or you open up the attachment, it will automatically execute some code in your computer and install a program. Or sometimes when you download a program from a website that you don't know about, it has malware in the program. Especially, you see these freeware programs that you can download will come with ask you to download this extra stuff, as most people hit okay, that's fine, think it's okay, but really it could be added like malware in it, and then they use like a backdoor into your computer, and now once you download malware, it's a backdoor and it sends information back to the hacker, and it gets information, and they can watch what you do in the computer. Because all of the information is being transferred online. There's a lot of information being transferred throughout the internet. You have to. It's good to know about internet safety. It's good to know how to secure and what to look for. One of the stuff I was talking about is phishing scams, malware. What else did I talk about? Internet scams, all this stuff. And there's other viruses. I mean, we even have cyberbullying and cyber stalking, allied predators. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But what I want to talk about is internet safety. It's really a big thing. And since we have all these IoT devices, Internet of Things devices, coming online every single day, we're allowing us to be connected to this digital world. And sometimes I think that we're not really thinking about the consequences of what can happen. Like, for instance, stealing your identity. Or listening in. We have Amazon Echo. We have Google Home. We have Siri. We have Google's Owl system. We have Microsoft's Owl system. We talk to the Microsoft thing. What is it? Cortana? Yeah. That's Google's thing. It's just Google. Okay, Google. And these things are actually listening. They're always on. Especially Amazon Echo, Google Home. They're always on and listening to your this keyword. So either OK Google or Alexa. Alexa, order 20 rolls of paper towels. Sorry for all your people that have Amazon Echo Zine devices. I just ordered 20 rolls of paper towels for you. Alexa, play Luke Bryan. Just like that. And because Amazon Echo listens to that keyword, anyone can say the keyword Alexa or OK Google and talk to it, just like I did. And I did that for a reason. Normally I don't say those keywords, but I did that for a reason to show you how easy it is to talk to these devices. I am here at Roger Williams University, WQRI office, studio, and I'm talking to your Alexa. Alexa, play WQRI 88.3 FM. It's stuff like that. We had a class, my security classes. My teacher remoted in. He showed us how easy it was to remote in, and he had an Amazon Echo, and we were talking to his Amazon Echo. Before, it was pretty cool. We were in the classroom, his Echo's in his office. So things like that. They're always listening. They're always on, and are they secure? That's the question. And people say, yeah, they're fine in my network. You can't get in my network unless a password. Yeah, that's true, but are they really secure? Is it because they're always listening and we're opening up our port? Because I can control my Amazon Echo music from my computer. And granted, I had to connect my Spotify to my Echo. But because I open up this stuff, is it really secure? And we see this happening, and we did see it happen with these automotive companies who make like Toyota and Jeep, to name a few. They put internet inside of the cars. Great, awesome. Now I have 4G connection from either T-Mobile, AT&T, or Verizon, whatever it is, I don't know, in my car. I can access the internet in my car, other than my phone. I don't have to use a hotspot. I have a dedicated internet connection in my car. Awesome. That's great. Is it really great? We've seen hackers hack into your car because you gave it an IP address. You gave it an address on the internet. They hacked in and they're able to take full control of the car. They're able to do steering, remove from the brakes, turn the steering wheel, not the steering wheel, the stereo on and off, change the station, wiper blades, turn them on. Is that something that we really want to do with our vehicles? Do we really need internet in our cars? Do we really need the smart devices? Yes, I think that some of it will help, but do we really need it? It's cool to have, don't get me wrong. I mean, I love my Amazon Echo. I love some of my other smart things. Now, I know, for instance, that my network's secure because I know everything and I've been trained on this cybersecurity, and I'm training you guys. And that's one of the things that I think we need to do more of, in internet safety. And that's why I'm doing this special episode on WQRI and the Nathan Markley Show website on internet safety, to train you guys about what to look for, what to know about, so you guys have the knowledge and understanding of, if I connect this to this, or if I open up this email, should I open up this email because I don't know the sender? Actually, you shouldn't open up any emails if you don't know the sender. You know. And then you can go ahead and tell your friends and family about internet safety. Now, I'm going to leave links in the show notes of this episode on the NathanMarkleyShow.com website of everything I talk about in internet safety and some resources that you can go and look at. So we have all these smart devices. I mean, we have a smart 2 Plus out there. Why in the hell do you need a smart 2 Plus? That's my question. I was doing research this week about these connected devices that are coming out or already out. I mean, there's a smart 2 Plus. Can someone please tell me what you need a smart toothbrush for? Really? I don't know. I mean, my toothbrush is almost smart. It's not connected to the internet, but I mean, it's an electric toothbrush, and it goes off after 2 minutes. So let me know 2 minutes is up, because you're supposed to brush your teeth every 2 minutes. You know, that's the max time. But smart toothbrush. Oh, and then we have a smart refrigerator. Okay, so I love what Samsung's doing, okay? I mean, I'm a big supporter of Samsung. I have a Samsung phone, and Samsung's great. They came a long way, especially with the Note 7 blowing up, and they redid the phone. But Samsung and there's other refrigerator manufacturers, especially Samsung, because that's the one I see. Why do we need a webcam in my refrigerator? Is it that hard to open up the refrigerator to see what I have in there? Really? I need another device so I can connect to it to open up an app so I can look inside my refrigerator without actually opening up the door? No wonder why America is fat. Now, granted, technology is awesome, and I love technology in my career, but really, I think technology and the internet is making people lazy. I mean, this is just ridiculous. Now I'm going off on a rant. What? I really need a webcam in my refrigerator? What else do I need a smart refrigerator for? Do I really need a smart refrigerator? No. That's just plain out stupid. And then we have a smart washing machine and dryer. What the hell I need the internet in my dryer for? My washing machine. Is my washing machine and dryer going to automatically pick up my clothes out of my laundry basket via the internet and put it into the washing machine for me? Because if we could get that technology in there, then yeah, I can see a smart washing machine and dryer. But really, I need my washing machine and dryer to talk to the internet. I need to give a IP address and address on the internet to my washing machine and dryer. See, things like that, to me, it just blows my mind out. I don't see the common sense of having some of these smart devices, like internet in your car. You're driving, people. What do you need your internet in the car? You have to be focusing on your driving. And that's why we have accidents. Now, there are some smart devices that help, and they also help accessibility. Now, I think the phones today are an IoT device, they are, but they are good for accessibility, and computers and stuff. But some of this other stuff that, I don't know. I mean, granted, this is, oh my God. But what I'm trying to get at is, making these normal appliances and this regular stuff that we use every day, and we're trying to make them smart, and we're thinking them, yes, they may be making our lives easier, but they're opening us up to a whole different kind of world, something very dangerous that I don't think a lot of people realize. But I don't think they see the true danger of the internet. Now, the internet is a great place. The internet is a wonderful place. But once you start connecting things, as Mark Goodwin says in his book, Future Crime, when everything is connected, everything and everyone is vulnerable. Because you're giving an address. And once you connect things to one another, and you're giving people access to connect the stuff. Now, there are some stuff that are good to connect online, like your phones or computers and webcams. Webcams, if you have security cameras, you want to be able to look at your house and see what's going on. And maybe someone's breaking in or whatever, you want to be able to get that alert. Like Ring Doorbell. Is it Ring.com? Which, by the way, it's an awesome domain. Ring.com. The Ring Doorbell, I think that's an awesome thing. That's an IoT device, but it has a purpose for it. I can see it. Not like smart refrigerators or smart toothbrushes or smart washing machine and dryers. That's just plain out stupid, guys. Come on. Or put an internet in your car. Now, I get it that you can, like Tesla does stuff, you can upload like maps and firmware or whatever. I'm going to get a little advanced here, but I think you guys get the point of what I'm getting at. I'm going to take a step back here. But, so I have this Dragon dictation software on my computer, and I open up a Microsoft Word document. And as I was yelling into the microphone to get my point across about having this devices here, it bowed the whole paragraph. So now that we know that everything's connected, and we know some stuff, like identity fraud, internet crime, internet fraud, like this different internet security stuff, and everything is being connected. You need to know that having things connected may be good, but because I can't say this more than enough. It opens us up to vulnerabilities. I want to go over that. Yes, it's connected. Yes, it makes it easier. We gave these devices an IP address. Now a hacker can hack into it. Once you get once someone sends an email, like Google Docs, this Google Docs scam, and they get into your account, then it opens up the door to your computer. What if that shared Google Doc, this Google scam wasn't a shared Google Doc? It was just an attachment, and you click on the attachment, and it executed some code to install a program onto your computer, and now your computer has a backdoor. How are you going to get rid of that? Malware. Because that's what it is. It's malware. Well, there's only really one way to get rid of a true virus or malware, is to completely do a complete restore of the computer. Now, yes, there are antivirus, anti-malware software out there, and it may get rid of it, but it's really hard to tell. I tell all my clients the best way to get rid of it is to just restore the computer. How are you going to restore your car if you get a malware in it? Or you restore your refrigerator, or reboot your toothbrush or something if it gets malware? Because we see this before, and I think I did an episode, a radio show on this. I think it was a botnet. They were using like webcams and printers or any internet connected device to go to a certain website and take down a bunch of other websites. So it went to this certain web server and it took down all these websites for whatever, because it was a denial of service, I think it was. Denial of service attack. And it was a botnet. And what had happened was, because we have a lot of internet connected webcams and printers, was the two most things, it told, okay, go to this website, and just kept going to it. It just pinged, just keep pinging it. Just keep going. And because the website can only handle so many traffic, it shut down the web server. And so Twitter was down, and I think parts of Facebook, or maybe Amazon was down, a bunch of other stuff was down. And it was like the internet was down. That can happen with everything connected, And now everything else that we have come out, with your car and all this stuff. It's funny. We're smart televisions too. We're putting internet. We're making these stuff that used to be non-computers a computer, and most of the time, the best way to fix a computer is to reboot. So my car's not working. What do I have to do? I have to reboot my car. I'm driving at 95 north. I have to reboot my car? Okay. That's... Anyways, we're getting a little off topic because that's computers, not internet. But you get the point. As I mentioned earlier, mobile devices or any device are always within reach. We always have them, we always use them, and we use them for different things. Even entertainment, as I mentioned. And as I mentioned, it makes it really easy to connect to the world around you. But they also pack a lot of information about us and our friends and family. We have our contacts, our photos, our videos, our location, our health, our financial data, all on these devices. And it's important to keep them safe. How do you do that with the always connected world and new these devices and newer ways to connect things? And we can connect an app to another app and an app to another one, and now we're sharing data between apps. Is that secure? The very first step is to stop, think, connect, and stop. Make sure security measures are in place. Think about the consequences of your actions and behaviors online. Connect. Enjoy your devices with a more peace of mind. Does that make sense? So you want to stop and make sure security measures are in place. So make sure your apps are secure and these websites have security policies in place and not going to share all the data with people, and they are taking security seriously. Then you want to think about what you post online or what you do, and what you're sharing, and then you want to connect with your devices and then have fun with the internet. As I said, the internet's a fun and a great place, but when you don't think about stuff or you stop and think and you just do, then we get into a dangerous world. And that's where we get into all these attacks and stuff, and we see everything happening. like the Google scam. I bet you if people stopped and think before they click that big blue button that says open a shared document, they wouldn't want to open it. And this Google scam that happened a few days ago wouldn't have spread a wildfire. And that's what I want to get to is we need to train, we need to educate everyone on using the internet. You know, I wish that ISPs or Google, not Google, well, okay, Google, but Cox, Comcast, Verizon, AT&T do internet safety trainings. Maybe Internet 101. Oh, maybe I should do a webinar of Internet 101. But I wish these ISPs do that for other customers that want to get internet connection through their house. Internet Safety 101 would be a better idea. You know? Because you put it into your house, so you get internet, and you're connecting yourself to this internet world. And as I said, the internet's a great place, a fun place to be, but it's also dangerous if you don't use it correctly, and if you don't think before you do something on the internet. It can really hurt you, and it can hurt the people you love. The internet is a wonderful place. Technology is wonderful, but it can also hurt you. How do you keep these machines clean? With mobile devices, right? Because everyone is connected. Everyone has in the pocket right now at least a computer. Your mobile phone, your smartphone, is a computer. That's what really it is. So how do you do that? Well, here's the number one thing. Those security updates, or those iOS updates, or Android updates, OS updates that Android and Apple pushes out like every quarter or every so often, yeah, those are very important. You have to keep those up to date. If you don't keep your computer up to date, your smartphone up to date, you're opening up yourself up to vulnerabilities, to attacks. Because these updates fixes bugs or fixes holes that were in the operating systems for ways attackers can get into your computer and steal your personal data. So always keep up to date. Now granted, there have been instances where Apple's iOS update for the iPhone have broken iPhones. But that's the thing that you get that when you have all these devices, You can test and test so much, but you really don't know the true effect of this. It's a program, guys. The OS is a program. You really don't know the true effect until you release it into the wild. But Apple did come back and they took the update off, and then they fixed that update and pushed out a new update. And it's not just OS software. Your web browser, Google Chrome does updates automatically, let it. Some apps do updates too, let the apps update, because it will protect you against this holes and attackers. It's the best defense against viruses, malware, and online threats right now. Just like before your mobile devices, iOS and Android, we have Windows computers and Mac computers, but most of Windows, Microsoft. You know how every so often it will ask you to update your computer to run updates, and you did it because it's Microsoft, you trust them. That's why you do it with your phones. I know so many people that don't update their phones. I tell them to update because it helps protect them. Like if you don't update your phones, you're vulnerable to attacks. Now, of course, updates too also give you new features too. Cool new stuff. Better. It also makes your device better too. How many of you download apps for specific reason or specific purposes? Maybe you're planning a vacation. maybe you're planning a party or a wedding, or maybe having a baby. There's apps for tracking your progress or having a baby, your pregnancy. But then after you've done all that stuff, you no longer need it. Why do you still have it on your phone? Do you think you need it? Do you even update those apps you no longer use? There's probably apps on your phone or computer or your tablet that you use but you no longer use anymore. You no longer need it. Delete those apps. Just go ahead into the settings and delete the apps. If you don't need them, delete them afterwards. Once you're done, delete them. If you no longer need it, why you have it? Unless you pay for them. If you pay for it, even if you pay for them, you still have them in your account, but don't have them physically installed on the computer. It's in your Google Cloud account or your iOS Apple account. You can download them afterwards. Again. You may have previously downloaded apps that you're no longer useful. It's just a good security practice to just delete apps you no longer use. Just, because maybe the app developer no longer updates the app, and maybe there's a security hole or something in the app that the app developer didn't know about, but a hacker found, and you still have the app, but you no longer use it, but that app now is a hole, a backdoor into your device. So go through your phone once a month or every few months or weeks and just go through the apps. If you don't need the app anymore, you no longer use the app, delete the app. Alright, here's a big question. A big thing. Your personal information, like your money. You see these like Android Pay, Apple Pay, Samsung Pay, that you no longer need to carry your debit card or credit card along with you. You're all done with your phone. It's all great. It's awesome. I love it. Many people use it, and I get it. It's convenient for you, and you don't have to worry about your wallet being stolen, and then you have to worry about calling the credit card companies or your debit card your bank companies to cancel and these cards so they don't use it. But now you're putting them on your devices, and now you have to make sure your device is secure. So how do you do that? Now, I know Apple Pay, Android Pay, Samsung Pay is encrypted and it is secure, and it's great to use, but now you have to make sure these devices are secure. So you want to make sure your phone has a lock screen on it. Always lock your screen, because if you don't have a lock screen and you leave your phone on the table or something and forget about it, it's so easy for someone to just come up, pick up your phone, hit the home button or the power button, and now they have access to all your personal information and apps and stuff, and you just open up your phone. It's like leaving your house unlocked. That's what you're potentially doing. So how do you lock your phone? A strong password, a passcode, like a 4-digit number, Touch ID, your fingerprint. Samsung's new phone, S8, has Retina scanner or face recognition. These devices are all great ways to lock your phone. So make sure you physically secure your device and always have your device. Don't leave your device hanging around. And if you do, make sure you have a screen lock. So any of you out there who don't have your phone lock, a screen lock, do me a favor, go to the settings right now and turn on screen lock. Either it's a passcode, your Touch ID, your Retina scanner, face recognition, a patent, whatever. Lock your phone. Physical lock your phone. Secure passcode lock. The screen lock. And if your device is lost or stolen, you can always physically remotely lock it. Turn on iCloud Find My Phone or Android's Find My Phone thing. Turn that on, because it's definitely worth it. You're logging through any computer or device with your Android Google account or your iCloud Apple account, and you can see the device where it is. You can send a tone. You can send a message to that phone. You can lock it, or you can remotely wipe the phone. Or you can set it to lost mode, too. So you have Android Pay, Apple Pay, and other apps usually ask you to pay for it or use in-app purchases. Think before you actually do that. StopThinkConnect.org says, think before you app. Information about you, such as games you like to play, your contacts list, where you shop, your location, has value, just like money. Be thoughtful about who gets information and how it's collected through the apps. So, not just pay, but yeah, like I said, your contact list and everything. Like it'll give you an option, like a pop-up in the app. They have to say, this app wants access to your contact list, or access to your messages, or access to your photos, whatever. Do you really want to allow access to that app to have contacts? Like Pokemon Go. For the longest, when Pokemon Go first came out, Pokemon Go had access to your whole Google account if you use Google to sign in. Of course, it did not need it, but it did. And it probably didn't want going to use it, but it did. It didn't need it. But people still signed up to Google, even though it said that it'll have access. It told you right there everything you need access to. People complained too, and Google changed it to remove access because they didn't need all the information. The developers just didn't uncheck it, I guess. I don't know. Then we have location services, right? Some stores and other locations look for devices with Wi-Fi or Bluetooth turned on to track your movements while you are in range. CVS does that. CVS knows exactly when I get near the CVS store. I have the CVS app on my phone. And of course I have location turned on and Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, right? But the CVS app, every time I get close to it, or I drive by, or as I park the car, and as I'm walking in, I get a notification from the app that says, you're at the CVS store. Why don't you check out these coupons, or be sure to use your CVS Caremark card. It knows, because you allow the app to do that. Now, if you don't want that to happen, what do? Disable Wi-Fi and Bluetooth when you're not in use. When you don't need Bluetooth, or when you don't need Wi-Fi, disable it. Here's the big one. Public Wi-Fi networks. Using Wi-Fi at Starbucks. Are you Starbucks lovers out there? Do you use the internet out there? And do you check your bank accounts while you're at Starbucks? Stop. Do not check your bank accounts. Do not do any money transactions or any personal transactions in a public Wi-Fi spot. Even if you're at a hotel, that's public. And the reason for that is they're not secure. You know why they're public and they're open? They don't have a password. They're not secure. Anyone can see anything going on in that traffic. It is so easy to sit there and watch all the internet traffic going in and around in a public Wi-Fi or hotspot. For me, for instance, I can sit down at a local Starbucks, right? Open up an app that sees all the internet traffic going on in the Starbucks public Wi-Fi, and I can see everything going on, what everyone's doing. Now, if a hacker was doing it, an attacker, a bad guy was doing this and seeing it, and they see someone entering the bank account information, you know what they're going to do? They're going to capture that information, your username or password, because it's transferring that information in plain text, because it's using a public Wi-Fi, a public hotspot, and now you have that hacker has access to your bank account. Even in a hotel, too. You don't know who, in a hotel, especially in a hotel, don't do personal stuff in a hotel if you're using a hotel Wi-Fi. Because you don't know who's on the internet. You don't know who's using the internet. You don't know who's watching what you're doing on the internet. Now, granted, if you do need to check the information, use a VPN. A VPN is a virtual private network. it secures your internet connection on these public wireless networks or hotspots. So if you are using Starbucks or hotel Wi-Fi, connect to a VPN. There's many VPN servers out there. If you need help knowing, contact me at Markley on Twitter, and I'll help you get a good VPN service. And once you connect to the VPN, it's a private tunnel to you and the server. It also makes it look like it's coming from a different location. But when you use a VPN, no one can see what you're doing in that network. Or you can use a personal mobile hotspot. So if you use a hotspot on your phone, turn that on and connect to your phone internet. And you know that's secure. Or if you have those hotspots from the cell phone carriers, I think it was called My Hotspot or My Spot, whatever it's called. Use a personal mobile hotspot, and that's just a secure connection. Okay, guys, so that's a little bit of internet safety. I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from and why I wanted to do this special episode of the Nathan Markley Show, talk to you about internet safety. I hope you have a little bit more knowledge, and it makes you think about using the internet and connecting these apps and using the email and just overall connecting everything. And if you want more information, contact me. There's a contact form on the NathanMarkleyShow.com website. Tweet me at Markley Show on Twitter, or Facebook message me on Facebook.com/the Nathan Markley Show, and I'd be more than happy to expand more on it. And if you want me to do another episode on internet safety or talk more about this, I'll be more than happy to do that. This is just a brief, really, I only have so often to do this, but it's just like a really brief thing, and I think we covered a lot. I think it went well. I know I talked a lot about how IoT devices and how we connect a lot of stuff together, and in the beginning of the show it did not make sense, but I think it all makes sense now as I went on. But again, if you still have questions, feel free to contact me. With that said, I want to thank you all for listening to this hour of the Nathan Markley Show on WQRI 88.3 FM. Guys, this is the last show of the Nathan Markley Show on WQRI 88.3 FM for the school year. And the fall of 2017 school year, the Nathan Markley Show is not going to be back on WQRI. It's going to be a different show. Now, however, I am going to be still on WQRI. I'm still going to have a show, but I'm not going to be doing the Nathan Markley Show anymore on WQRI. I'm no longer going to be talking about technology on WQRI. I'm just going to be playing music. It's just going to be a regular music show. As much as I love talking to you guys about it, I think it went well. I want to keep the Nathan Markley Show as a podcast. And this is a great experiment, a great opportunity I did. And it's something I wanted to do for a long time. I'm glad that I'm able to. And I'm thankful for Roger Williams University for allowing the Nathan Markley Show to be on WQRI. And I want to thank you all for listening. But, again, it's time for a change. And I've been thinking about it lately. We're just going to do a regular cool show. And that show is going to be called WQRI Country 88.3. So if you like country music, be sure to tune in during the fall of 2017. But yeah, I want to thank you again for listening to the Nathan Markley Show. And I hope you enjoyed it. I had a fun time this year. And yeah. If you do want to listen to the Nathan Markley Show, you can listen to it on the NathanMarkleyShow.com website. Alright, guys. Take care. Have a wonderful rest of Sunday afternoon, and good luck on all your final exams this week and next. Have an awesome summer break if I don't talk to you. And till next time, peace, good night, and don't let the bed bugs bite. Bye, guys.